Welcome to the Lock In Podcast, episode 28, ladies and gentlemen, inmates, everyone around the world, our 10 viewers, listeners, whatever. I am your host, Joel, and welcome back. It's great to hear you. Put up a drink. I have already got my vodka, if you couldn't tell. And Sean, please say hello.
Hello.
Jesus Christ, sound more excited. How didn't we have exactly the same last week? That's what I want.
Why is the rum always gone?
Why is the rum always gone?
I drank it. Actually, I've got no whiskey. We found Coca-Cola do these things that's specifically for mixing up like dark spirits, white spirits. That Coca-Cola specifically for this thing for mixing.
Oh, that's cool.
And I tried it, and we was like, it's dark spirits. Like, I got plenty of dark spirit. We got no whiskey. We got no rum. We got no brandy. It's like, oh no. Oh.
So you've got Coca-Cola mixer with nothing to mix.
Yeah,
with.
pretty much. Yep.
You need to go out and buy some. Just order yourself some.
Yeah. Yeah. It was strange. It was like, no, we must have rum somewhere. We have no rum. Yeah, whiskey? No, that's gone too. I drank all that. Brandy. Yeah, me and Dad did that. It's all gone. All the dark spirits are gone. And there was
You cleared the whiskey I got you quite quickly then.
Yeah. It's there empty. I still got the bottle. It's just there empty. It's like
keeping it for future reference.
Actually, yeah. To be fair, that's actually the reason.
Nice. I've still got my really nice vodkas. I'm actually on my best vodkas right now, which I really enjoy. So it's fun to just have a couple of drinks. Anyway, let's get off of that. What has been going on this week? Not even about us. I think actually probably a good way to start is, oh my God, we're in lockdown again.
Well, lockdown officially finished. I think the government were quite clever and never say lockdown's over. They just kind of eased up on it, and now they're putting the pressure back on again. But
yeah, so as of Monday, it's now Thursday. As of Monday, it is going to be lockdown of up to 6 people or more can't be in a party together anywhere in public or in any restaurant or private spaces. So in your own homes you can't. Otherwise, massive fines. Is that the only rule? I think there's like going to be restrictions and stuff, but on travel still as well. I haven't looked into it. I just heard it.
I think if you're meeting up, like if you're meeting up to go to the pub or you're meeting up to go around someone's house or have a picnic or whatever it is, you can't have anything more. You can't have no more than 6 people. That is generally the rule. People seem to,
but pubs will stay open.
Yeah, pubs will stay open. You can only go in 6 people or go in 2 different groups.
Yeah.
Of 6 people and just text each other.
Yeah.
My beer is sick. LOL. Smiley face.
I always love when. Do you ever do this when someone writes something, and you kind of feel like they're trying to be funny? And you just like do the laughing, crying face emojis. You write lol, and you just like, Jesus, that was terrible.
Yeah, pretty much all the time. I feel like that's a big part of our texting relationship. It's just that going like, this is funny. You go lol.
I was gonna say I don't feel like I do it that much, but maybe clearly I do when I want to end the conversation.
Well, I would say I go and check, but the last time I checked on the group on our chat, it's like, oh no.
Oh yeah, Jesus! There's a lot of laughing faces. I actually
and eggplants.
We messaged when I was a little bit bevy.
Yeah,
oh,
and
yeah.
Eggplants.
Yeah,
and my mum.
So
that's what I said it.
Yeah, that was. Oh my goodness! How did that even come about? That was all right. Wait, let's give us.
Okay.
Yeah, go on, Karen.
Basically, my mum was on Facebook, and she was like, she went to me and was like, Joel's put a thing on his Facebook wall saying that Rick Ashley's dead.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he's found dead. But I know for a fact that Rick Ashley's alive. Is this a hack? Is Joel been hacked? I'm like, well, I don't. Well, I said my mum was originally like, click on the link. I'm like, I'm not gonna. If he's been hacked, I'm not gonna click on the link that someone's hacked and put there on purpose, and so they can have all my details. It's not that.
Yeah.
I was messaging him. So I messaged you, and you was like, it's a Rickroll, and then had to turn to my mum and be like, explain what a Rickroll was. She had no idea. She was like, I don't understand. I was like, it's a Rickroll. Just click on the link. She went, oh yeah, I clicked on the link earlier, and it's just him singing a song and dancing. I was like, yeah, that's it. That's the Rickroll. She went, I don't understand.
Yes. I put that on Facebook.
Yep.
And that is so funny. That was the best response by a mile
Yeah.
that you messaged me, because I was just like,
I was
why
confused.
didn't you click it, Sean?
Yeah, because I was confused. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
just in case and everything else. I was like, okay, that makes more sense. My
Yeah,
mum's an
yeah,
idiot.
So,
My mum's a boomer.
so I mean, that's funny. She didn't know what Rickroll was.
Yeah.
That's even funnier. And then you went, why do you have my mum on Facebook?
Yeah, which is I feel like it's a fair question. And Joel's response was, she added me, and then I accepted, and I can't wait to see her again. Winky face. And
Can't wait to see more of her, I think, with a winky
Yeah.
face. At this point, I'd had a few drinks and I was on the train home. So, Sean, I think you messaged back with, I can't remember exactly what it was. I'm sure you could have a look. You were like,
it was the
don't
GIF.
try this again or something, right?
It was a GIF.
What was it?
It was a GIF from The Office. No, goddamn, no, please, no.
Yeah, it's Steve Carell. So I just thought, I'm going to play with this. And then just sent a ton of eggplant and peach emojis. And then just said, she going to get it.
Yeah, full on
Few
cringe.
drinks down, I found this hilarious. And then Sean just sent back a little gif of, God damn it, kill me, like the South Park. Oh, it was so good. Oh my, I couldn't stop laughing. On the train, I was like cackling with my mask on.
People must have thought you was a madman just on your phone going, haha.
Yeah, I thought I was so funny. So it's such a basic comment, that is so dumb.
It's so.
Like, literally
Do you know what?
the lowest form of humour.
This is literally secondary school level of humour. It's like, haha, your mum. LOL.
That's so true. It's just
Do you,
sex joke.
do you remember that was the thing? People used to go out to people like, yeah, well, your mum. Like, how dare you dare say that? I mean, he didn't say it. He just said your mum. He didn't mean it's not in any context. What was it? But you can't say it about my mum. He said nothing. He just said your mum. There's no context.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. It was my stupidest thing.
People moved on to suck your mum, didn't they? That was like the big one. That was the big insult. Like, hey, you don't want to talk to that one. You're like, suck your mum.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't live in England and you want to know what British schools are like, just watch In-Betweeners, because that's pretty much what we're describing right now. It's so scary. That TV show is so brilliant. It's so accurate.
Yeah. It
That's
shows,
brilliant.
that we are, like, I love how everywhere else in the world perceives us as either like Cockney or like posh, when really like chavs are the real way. that is the majority.
Well, for you, I mean,
yeah, down in Essex, it is
yeah,
all a bunch of chavs.
fake tan.
Mhm.
Oh, shut up.
The orange, the Oompa Loompas. Shut up. All of that good stuff. Anyway, I'm knocking the microphone a bit. Actually, you were meant to edit the podcast last week, weren't you, Sean?
Yeah, I did an oopsie. It was really weird because I was like, I spent a fair amount of time working my way through it, and I finally went, I've done it, and I listened back to it, and as I listened back to it, I was like, it works, it adds up. I put it up to the thing for Joel to upload it onto the YouTube channel, and Joel went to me, it's fucked. You gonna fucked up. I was like, no, it's not. I downloaded it from the Dropbox one, listened to it, and I went, yeah, it's wrong. I don't actually, and I actually went to the one that I saved. I played it again, and that's also wrong. So I think I must have saved it wrong. I don't know what I did.
That's all right. So I ended up Sunday being like, hey, time to edit again, which is absolutely fine. I mean, hey, it's a learning experience. You're doing well. I appreciate the effort.
I'm doing well. No, I'm not. I mean, this is strike
no,
one,
actually, you did
strike two.
Trash. The audio was fully out of sync. It was funny because it was like, welcome to the Lock-In podcast, blah, blah, blah. And then Sean goes, hello, like midway through my sentence. And I was like,
That's not right.
Weird.
That's not.
And then I was just like,
That.
keep talking. And then he just starts interrupting me. And I'm like, and then he just starts, then it's fully out of sync. Your audio was like 5 seconds ahead of where it should have been. And I was like, nope. This is out of sync, sir.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not really doing a good job.
That's all right. It was good. It was a good first effort. All right,
Second.
and it was the second effort. The first time you didn't send me any audio. At least you sent the audio back to me.
Okay, that's true. The first attempt of me sending you the audio. Yeah, the first one was just me going like, I can't do this. You do it. Run.
Yeah. And then the second time I was like, hey, on the Sunday, have you sent me the audio? And you were like, yeah, sending it now. I was like, sick. Oh, nice. Can't wait. I'll have a listen.
You listened to it, and the
nothing.
first comment was like,
cool.
this is trash. You suck. Go.
I think I just wrote, the audio's out of sync. I was like, can't use it. I'll edit it now. Don't worry. It wasn't worth sending anything back at that point. Anyway, it was all good fun. But yeah, it's crazy about this COVID stuff. I feel like it was weird actually. I watched watching a bit of TV this week, and I watched Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Jeremy Clarkson. I forgot that he was hosting it now. Kind of sick. But I was only listening to it in the background, like half watching, like I was cooking at the same time. And one of the guys phones a friend, and then he phones another friend. I was like, wait, what? They have like 2 phoner friends now? How weird. And then I realised it's because they don't have an Ask an Audience. There's no audience in there at all.
Yeah.
So it's just him and Jeremy Clarkson. There's literally no one else in the studio. Like this massive whack-off studio and 2 chairs in the middle of it, like super quiet. It was so weird.
I must admit, what I always thought was weird. It was like, call a friend. I'm like, okay, phone a friend, and I always saw that as when I was a kid when it was on. As an excuse to phone anyone. Now you could claim anyone could be your friend and everything else. I was like, cool.
Just kill Bill Gates or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's like who offended Bill Gates? Can I phone a friend? Who offended Bill Gates?
Who invented Bill Gates? How many have you had? I want to be on your level.
Enough.
I have work to do after this.
I got work in the morning.
Oh yeah, you do. I don't have to get up. I just
gotta
have
get
to
up at 5
do stuff
o'clock.
tonight.
I'm not.
Oh Jesus, that's all right. It's
Christ
super
is
early
Jason
right
Bourne.
now. Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. I love that phrase.
Yeah, but I always
thought
that's like, why do they just call like Stephen Hawking or some like scientist? Be like, so what's this? It's this. Done. So I think
I'm not sure you could get the response from Stephen Hawking in 30 seconds.
well, not not anymore. I mean, you can't really call his grave. That'd be a bit awkward.
just ring him up and be like,
Stephen.
So Stephen,
this is it.
He'll find a way, mate. If anyone can find a way, he'll find a way. Talk to us.
He'll just come from as an angel from heaven and be like,
yeah,
it is this, and then walks up.
That was pretty good. I know. I like that. He was meant to go to space, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was teased for like so long, and it was pretty obvious it was never going to happen. Like I don't think even he knew it was.
I presumed they were trying to, because I think he was like, "Oh, I could die any day, but I'm going to try and go to space first."
Yeah, but I think anyone in their right mind was like, "This guy's not going to go to space because we can't make anything safe enough."
How do we strap a wheelchair into a space program? Well, what sort of space was he trying to do? Because I guess he had an anti-gravity flight. Which space?
But there's so many things. How do you strap? I like all the problems that NASA have to face with Stephen Hawking going into space. You're like, how do we get the wheelchair in? It's like, really? That's the problem. That's the problem. It's not even the fact that he's a dying man. He's got fragile bones and muscle, loss of muscle memory and everything else and stuff like that. No, the wheelchair is what we need, guys. We need to get the wheelchair in the thing. And then it's like, and also apparently there's more than one kind of space to Joel. There's space and then there's space. Ultra space or space light.
Because there's space plus. You have to unlock the extra space.
What's his EA? What's his EA?
Yeah.
Microtransactions.
That's just actually that's such, you make much more relevant points. I was just thinking the wheelchair would be hard to get in a spaceship. Because that's got to be the hardest.
Clearly.
I feel like otherwise just put a man in a spaceship. I literally
have the thought that NASA went for all this trouble, like figuring all these things out and everything else, and someone just went, "Well, we're almost there." And they went like, "Guys, we've got one problem." What? The wheelchair. And they were like, "Duct tape. Just duct tape it. It'll be fine."
But do you think they could like change the space? If Elon Musk was
Wait. Did you just say? Do you think they could change space?
No. I meant, could they change? Oh, sorry. I think I cut myself off. I meant to. How could they change the space shuttle?
Right. Okay.
So that there's not a chair. There's just a wheelchair space. Like, you can just roll in. Like, he's like, "Oh, sup, lads," and just rolls in.
How's that gonna work?
What do you mean? Like, so they just take a chair out and give him that little wheelchair marks, and then
the rocket
starts off.
But the rocket starts off as a 90-degree angle.
It's gonna have
So everyone else is going to be facing upwards. He's going to be like, "I just face the wall. I just face the ceiling. I just roll in, face the ceiling, and strap myself in. So as they go up, and
just
everyone
push
turns
him,
it out the right way up, he ends up being on his back, on his side.
Nah, just push him into place. Because they've got to climb or something, right? How else do they get in the seat? Do they climb up a ladder to get into it or something?
I don't.
How do they get in the seat? Surely they just walk into the space shuttle. Like the seats are there, right?
Yeah, they climb into the space shuttle and they clip themselves on.
Yeah, so just put his wheelchair in there.
Yeah, but yeah.
What do you mean? Just push him in sideways and then just like lock it in facing upwards.
You're the person. If you worked at an airport, you would literally be the person in charge of baggage shop. Like, how do we get this in? Just throw it in there.
It just goes in, right? Like Tetris doesn't need to matter as long as if you stack it poorly, that you reach the top and it doesn't overflow. That's
so.
it, right?
Key, you're saying the reason why one of the greatest minds that we've ever seen didn't go to space is because they didn't have you going like, mate, it's just Tetris, just shove him in there, it's done.
Yeah, they couldn't fold him into a block shape. That's what it was. If he could have become a T, then it would have been fine.
I think as they do, they've got to have the do.
Yeah, that's how I picture Stephen Hawking getting to the space show. the music's playing in the background. Tetris 2 is playing. Tetris 5.0, whatever Tetris the newest one is. That's how I picture it.
It must come.
That's the dream.
It has to come from the chair. That is the dream. That is the golden dream.
Yeah. If I could have designed a space shuttle, I would have put Stephen Hawking in it first.
But even now, just a corpse, but like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I had this discussion the other day with a friend. I feel like I'm just pure rambling this podcast, so I hope you guys enjoy weird stories.
The best kind.
Is it illegal to take your dead mate's corpse around with you?
Probably.
Why? So if you died, and I was like,
why do I die?
we've got to take him on one final night out. All right, let's say one of our a mutual friend.
Right.
Let's say our Max. He's the one we bring up all the time. Let's say he dies.
Right.
Can we so he dies? Let's say we're all at his house.
Mm-hmm.
He dies. Can we just take him to the pub?
No, well, the thing is normally when someone dies, you call 999 and someone comes over and confirms that he's dead. And when that happens, it goes. It gets due process. But if you don't call 999 and you know for a fact that he's dead and then take him for a night out, I guess you could. But I guess you could if you don't. If you skip the 999 call, then I guess you can. But I mean,
is it illegal to drag your dead mate around? Am I legally allowed to do that?
I imagine you might get arrested for the wrong reason.
Yeah, we're like, all right. So what happens if we call 999? He dies. We call 999. They take him to the mortuary. They're like, all right, yeah, he died of a heart attack or whatever. You know, any reason doesn't matter. Yeah. Can I just go? Oh, can I have the body back?
No.
Why not?
Because I asked you why.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to take him on one last night.
And they'll say no.
Okay, so I'm like, okay, well, I want to take him and bury him in my back garden.
They'll say no.
Can you not bury someone in your back garden?
I think so, no.
Why not? So wait, you have to take him to a funeral. What happens if you... Because surely you can do whatever you want with the body, right?
No, there's certain things...
Like, what happens if I was like, oh, I want to burn it at home?
No, you can't.
Can you not do that?
You can't do that. No. There's certain things you have to do by law for certain reasons. Like if you want to get buried, I think you have to be buried actually in the religious place, even if you're not religious. Which is
serious?
Yeah, I think that's one of the weird things about it. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of weird. Wait, people used to commit suicide used to not be able to be buried in a church. I don't know if that's still a rule. I just remember that was a rule.
Yeah, they normally get cremated.
Ah, okay, and then ash is just scattered.
Cremations are more popular now than burials.
Oh, really?
Well, it makes sense.
It's probably pretty useful. It's a lot of land.
Well, it makes more sense price wise, because.
Oh, really?
Well,
is it much cheaper to just burn yourself?
Yeah. Burn yourself. Well, I guess I'm. Well,
yeah, probably not yourself.
You got terminal cancer. Well, I guess I just burn myself.
Let me just check. Where's the closest?
It's like imagine that was Breaking Bad. I saw you got terminally ill. What are you doing? He's just there with jerry can pouring petrol and going, what?
Is this not a logical next step?
It's either this or meth. Which one's more appropriate?
That's so good. Yeah. I don't know where the story's going anymore.
No,
I'm just thinking.
but yeah, because when you get buried though, it costs money you have to pay someone to dig the hole, then you have to pay for a gravestone, then you have to pay for the upkeep of the gravestone. If you just, as you put it, burn yourself. It just.
Jeez, I'm so sorry. This feels so unconsideration. Or whatever the word.
We're sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Yeah. If anyone's upset right now, I really do apologise.
We're totally sorry for your loss. So yeah, after you burnt yourself, you're shoved into a wooden box. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's a wooden box. Sometimes it's a little pod, and then you either keep it or you scatter it somewhere. But most places you have to ask permission if you want to scatter the ashes. You can't just scatter it anywhere.
I know my dad threw my granddad's ashes off a pier, and then just threw the urn in the bin. Yeah, on the pier. Because he asked his brother at the same time. It was like, "Hey, do you want to keep the urn?" And then his brother, my uncle, was like, "Nah." And then he was like, "Okay, just put it in the bin." And he was like, "You can't do that. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, neither of us are going to do it. What do you mean?
We don't want it.
Neither of us want it.
Yeah.
Put it in the bin."
That makes sense to me. To me, that makes complete sense.
Yeah, I mean, people just don't have that like connection to it, I guess. I just found that so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so money wise, it's a lot cheaper because the upkeep for a gravestone is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's plus, fair. I can see that because like land maintenance, someone has to mow the grass, someone has to keep it all clean and stuff. So I totally see that. So wait, is that an upfront cost, or do you think you have to pay over time?
You have to pay over time.
Oh, really? It's like a monthly payment of like upkeeping the
something like that, yeah, something like that. And if the payment stops and everything else, and it's if the payment stops, then they'll just rip it out. Unless it's
really, they'll remove the gravestone.
They'll keep. Sometimes they keep some because the council will take over and pay for it. But if no one's paying for the upkeep, then they will just. What sometimes happens is that they will remove the gravestone, turn it upside the other way around, and then use the back end of it, and then reuse the spot because the bodies move underground, which is another thing as well. So once you're buried in the ground, that body doesn't stay in that spot; it just moves underground and everything else.
Okay.
So it will move. So you use the same spot. So people
don't you get buried in a coffin?
Yeah, the coffin moves. The ground moves.
How the hell does the coffin move? What?
The ground moves, man.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the ground moves. It's why it's.
So wait.
If the ground didn't move, why would you have foundations in a building? You have to have foundations in a building to make sure the building doesn't all wobbly and fall down again.
Yeah. No, that fair.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah. So you have foundations as like an anchor. As a root, they'll move.
So you're telling me if I go to my local church and start digging up where a gravestone is, there won't be a coffin underneath it, or there could not be a coffin.
There could not be a coffin underneath it.
That's
but
mad.
You could dig and you get a coffin, and you could end up digging the other coffin next door.
It could be a different person.
It could be the other person next door.
Funny.
Because
how much does it move? Are we talking like centimeters? Are we talking like meters?
I think it depends which area of the country you're at.
Okay, but you're saying it could be meters.
It probably could be. It depends how loose the ground is and everything else, and how much things. I don't know. I don't work in this field of masonry. I've only done a few gravestones. But
oh, okay.
But it was strange.
So you're saying it could also not be meters. We're not educated on the subject, and we're just saying stuff.
Yeah, but I know it does move. I know for a fact it does move, and that's what does happen and everything else and stuff like that.
Yeah. But it could be. We could just be a class of centimeters.
Well, you say that. I mean. When I was at college and everything else, there was one of the people they were hired through a stonemasonry firm, and the police were they worked in a cemetery and everything else, and the police were opened up a case, and as they reopened up the case, they need to look at new evidence, which meant they had to recover some of the bodies, so they had to find these bodies in a big ass cemetery filled with gravestones, and it took them 3 or 4 attempts to find the right body, to identify the right body and everything else, because it had moved. No way. So they dig one up and then we're like, is the person male or female? Female? Well, this hip's female. No, it was the wrong gender. It was like,
other way around.
But yeah, it's like, this hip is is male, not female. This is the wrong hip. It's where is it? I mean, well, we're in the middle of the graveyard, in the middle of the cemetery, so it could be anywhere within this area.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh yes, it can move quite a lot.
It can move quite a lot, and you could see sometimes as well. You could tell when a gravestone's been put in there recently. It's been it's quite new, and all of them start off at 90 degrees, roughly.
Yeah.
And you walk back there, and
You see
you
them
see
shuffle
some. They're like that. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
You might as well just stand on it. It just falls out of the ground and everything else. But that's where
Yeah.
the ground moves and everything else. Plus, what also you realise is when a gravestone, when the body's buried, I think it's like ridiculously deep as well. Like
6 foot under, isn't it? 6 foot down.
Probably 6. Yeah, that's quite deep, man.
That's the classic. That's the classic line. 6 foot under.
I'm presuming 6 foot. 'Cause that's the classic. That's the classic line. It could, but I mean, I know for a fact that 6 foot is it's really, really, really deep. That's surprising.
That's person height. That's a person height underground. I mean, not your.
I
height,
actually
but
think
mine.
it might be deeper in areas depending on the soil. Depending on the soil, it might be deeper.
Okay.
And
okay.
I know.
I mean, that's fair.
And I know. I think in New Orleans or Florida, they can't bury people because it's basically swamp. So when they bury them, they just come back up again. Doesn't matter how deep you do it; they always come back up. So they have basically
The hell? Oh, what? It's just the land's moving upwards.
Yeah, it pushes upwards. Yeah.
Weird. Wait, you can't bury someone anywhere.
In that area, no. So what they have instead, either of gravestones, they have
fly them out.
No, they have like basically ginormous ovens, and you get shoved in there, and you get like family ones and everything. So you get put in there as a coffin.
Oh,
and basically
yeah,
they
like
get
mortuaries.
basically they get cremated by the sun.
Mausoleums.
Yeah, they basically get cremated by the sun, which is like a really it's like just burn them. It's a far quicker, more efficient way of doing it. I mean, if that's
kind of cool though, right?
Yeah, but
kinda
yeah,
cool.
and some of them look really nice and everything else, and they get passed down from generation to generation, and get reused. Which some people go like, that's weird. It's like, yeah, but I'm around the belief that once you're dead,
Kind of cool.
you don't really know. So it's like
Yeah.
if I die and you go like, well, I'm gonna dress you up in drag, and throw you off a building and pretend and make you a human puppet. I'm like, okay, I mean, I can't object. I'm dead. I mean,
So actually, let's back to the beginning of this conversation. Let's say if you die, I can dress you up in drag and just pour a bottle of whiskey down your throat and take you to the pub and take you like out clubbing. Because I think that'd be so funny.
I mean, you could do that. I mean, I can't object. I can't say no.
Yeah, but you're fine with that. Currently, you're giving me your a yes, right? You're allowing this to happen. Can I take your body out and not call the police if you die?
I have to put it in my
For the band. For the band.
I mean, probably. Yeah, sure. Why not? But I mean,
Put it in the will that I can use your body in any way I wish.
No. I'm not gonna put that. Oh my god, no.
I use you in a YouTube video. But like, this is my friend Sean.
What is this? I feel like this is Daniel Radcliffe's story when he gets used as like a Swiss Army knife. He gets used as a jet ski and everything else.
But you're all in drag.
I guarantee you that movie started off with the conversation we're having right now.
That's pretty. Yeah, actually, that's kind of funny. I've never seen that film. I really want
so
to.
do I.
I love Daniel Radcliffe. I think he's funny in so many things.
I think he's a really good actor. I think he's brilliant. I've never seen him in anything and been like, that's shit. Apart from Harry Potter and Half-Blood Prince. That was pretty shit.
Yeah, fair. What about Order of the Phoenix? Surely that's the worst one. Jesus.
How was that the worst one?
That's the worst one by far. Nothing happens. It's all like the political stuff. It's the politics of like, how do we get rid of Voldemort? How do we deal with the Ministry of Magic? That's the worst one by a mile.
No, Half-Blood Prince is the worst one because that's where Ron and blonde thing kisses all the time. It's like, oh god, it's just teen rubbish. It's like, oh,
Blonde thing.
Yeah, him.
I don't know.
Ron. That's where Ron becomes the goalkeeper, and he has the.
Oh.
That is the worst one, and he kisses
Is that
Jenny.
Half-Blood Prince?
That's Half-Blood Prince.
Damn. I mean, yeah, I guess that one. No, Order of the Phoenix is a more boring film.
No, I think Half-Blood Prince.
I'd say there's some cringe moments in the Half-Blood Prince, but that has Snape killing Dumbledore. That's like the sickest part.
Well, the Half-Blood Prince dies. Dumbledore dies at Half-Blood Prince, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's the only little bit of excitement in it. It's like the Deathly Hallows Part 1. The whole story is like boring.
Kind of
boring. Oh, Voldemort's got the older one, and okay, the movie's end. What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, that is literally the final scene.
Yeah, it's like we got the Horcrux. We destroyed the Horcrux. We know where the other one is. Voldemort gets the elder one. Like shit's finally happening. Join us in part 2. It's like, oh come on, that's
Deathly Hallows Part 2 though.
oh that's
banging.
that is a brilliant. That's literally where everything.
That's because
happens.
they saved all the good stuff of that book to the second film.
Exactly. You know.
Yeah. That is a good film. That first one was very disappointing.
Yeah, the first one was like everyone came out and was like, well, that was anticlimactic. It was like, okay, it was very much.
I need good films.
Yeah, it's one of those films that everyone came out and like, I want to like it, but I can't.
Yeah, it was okay. It was just I remember watching that in the cinema. I remember watching both of them in cinema. I was very excited.
I remember watching every single Harry Potter film in the cinema for the first time. And my reaction to everyone. Did you?
I didn't watch the first one.
I did.
I watched
the first one. Harry Potter was one of the. I watched it a lot of times. I watched it 7 times in cinema. The first one.
What, the first one? How? How did you get your parents to do that? Surely that's.
I asked and they said yes.
Why would your parents pay for that?
I mean, I asked and they said yes. I mean, what? And you know, I can only ask as a kid. I must have asked a lot. I found out.
Yeah.
I found out that
every day. Like,
I mean, kids. For any kids, if you're wondering, nagging totally works. Just want to point that out.
I don't know what the age range of our podcast is. Maybe we should find that out. Like, I feel like we address like random age ranges.
I literally don't care.
All right, 21-year-olds. All right, 9-year-olds.
I want everyone to listen.
When the one when we came back and I looked at the analytics, we started getting, because we got like a 60 views on YouTube or something. Like it was more than our normal. I was like kind of sick. We were recommended like on a bunch of different videos, and our click-through rate was weird. We had recommendations on John Oliver.
Sweet.
Do you know John Oliver?
John Oliver. No, what's John Oliver?
Like the late night. He's like a
late night show.
Like a late night show kind of style, where he like talks about like news in the story, that's happening, and basically takes the mick out of it. We were a recommendation to like 10 different people from watching a John Oliver YouTube video. So that's kind of sick that people think, or YouTube thinks that we are possibly similar to that. We're a B-Tech John Oliver.
So basically, our new view of not talking about the news and take the mick out of it is wrong. We should actually carry on and go. We should go back. We should reverse.
We got like 5 extra views because of that. It's kind of sick. Actually, well, I mean, things in the news. No, I don't know. I enjoy our new format, even if it gets us less views. I don't care. It's kind of pants.
Fine. I've got some story. I actually got some new stories, but if you got something else, go.
I was good. Well, there's a few different things. One thing I did see in the news, because I was watching Ready Steady Cook as well. Like, you know, love my Sunday cooking shows.
Wait.
I'm actually into cooking.
Ready Steady Cook is a program still? They brought it back?
Maybe it's not that. I don't know. I just watched some cooking show. I think it was Ready Steady Cook. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Food show.
There was people and there was cooking and I liked it. Sis Joe.
Yeah. Literally, I just wander downstairs. The TV's on. I don't like my parents are watching something. I don't ever turn the TV on. It could be any show. I don't have a clue.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't ever turn the TV on. I watch YouTube. Some cooking show. I was watching it, and they said Korean chicken, like Korean fried chicken, KFC, is becoming like a really, really big thing in the UK. Like it's blowing up over here, and it's big in the US as well now.
Okay,
you know,
what makes KFC Korean? That makes sense. What's special about Korean KFC?
So Korean KFC is how they prepare it. They do like, they add kimchi, they add like different flavorings and stuff. It's like a spicier style of fried chicken. But the main thing, which I was like, yes, please. They add vodka to their flour to reduce the gluten content. They don't let gluten grow in their flour by adding vodka. It's the dream chicken for me. Vodka, no gluten, fried chicken. That is ideal. That's what everything I want in one thing.
They cook their chicken in milk. Sorry, if you're new,
it took me a second. I was like, Excuse me. Oh my
Ongoing
God.
jokes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's funny. That you keep catching me out with that one. Yeah. So apparently the gluten in the milk gets removed by the vodka.
So you can. So you're saying that you can have milk in your coffee. All you have to do is add vodka.
Yeah. I'll use that at work next time.
I need the vodka because otherwise the gluten kills me. Because that's how it works.
And I need my coffee.
when you're apparently when you're drunk, you sound like Rocky Balboa.
Adrian. Wow, I'm glad we both did the same quote. Jesus.
Yeah, that'll be awful for everyone listening. You're welcome, and you're welcome, future me, as I get to edit this.
Fantastic. Oh yeah, you're. Do you mind if I pass this one over to you for the
Yeah, and I'll edit. And on that note, sorry, future Joel, for not being able to edit this one.
I appreciate that in advance. I am busy tomorrow and Saturday, so
it's cool. I said it. Cool. So I got Friday and Saturday to get my shit together.
Exactly.
And then Sunday, Sunday it'd be like, Joe, can't do it.
Joe, is it synced? Just sync it. Anyway, yeah, that was the kind of the other news story. Oh, I saw about Travis Scott as well. Do you know about Travis Scott?
Travis.
Do you know who Travis Scott is? You look very confused.
Yeah, I do. Who the hell was he?
He's a rapper, big time rapper, like highest in the room.
Is he the blonde, like rainbow man? The rainbow head.
No, that's Takeshi 6ix9ine.
Okay.
He did something time. That he.
I like that song. I like that song. Something time. I like it.
Jesus, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. It's a big song. They opened up the Super Bowl, the halftime Super Bowl show. He played it last year.
Okay, I was supposed he played it this year to no one.
Yeah, to no one.
I'm making.
So he's big. He's big. He did a collaboration with McDonald's, and he did one with Fortnite earlier this year, where he did like a festival in Fortnite, so like all the kids could listen to this guy going, "Yeah, I'm the highest in the room." It was a weird collaboration, but now he collaborated with McDonald's, so they've got a Travis Scott burger meal. It's $6. It's like a quarter pounder with bacon, lettuce, gherkins, and something else, and cheese. And it also has fries with a tangy barbecue sauce and a large Sprite with extra ice, because that's Travis Scott's favorite order.
So is it just like a normal burger, just what he has?
It's a quarter pounder, but with like extras, yeah. But all right, so wait, sorry, I feel like I've missed out the most important point of this. They made this whole meal, big deal. Kind of like it's called the Travis Scott meal. Like it's a big deal. Travis Scott has a fashion line that he dropped like a bunch of different items with McDonald's logos like all over them, like in his fashion line. And he released a $90 McNugget body pillow.
Right.
Like it's just a giant McNugget for $90.
This is the weirdest collaboration I've ever heard of. Like why? Well, I don't know how this became a thing.
I don't know. It feels like a Supreme, like, you know, one of those like massive like collaborations for no reason.
Yeah.
It feels so weird. They've got a bunch of free press of it because it's so weird. Both of them are doing very well off this collaboration. I don't know who paid who. I presume McDonald's paid Travis Scott.
What do you think?
It's kind of weird.
What do you think will be the weirdest collaboration ever? Like off the top of my head, I think the weirdest collaboration I can think of is Nike and McDonald's.
I mean, yeah. There was Michael Jordan and McDonald's, wasn't there, for a while? Like that was
the weirdest collaboration you could think of.
Yeah, I like what was it? Be fit, be more human. I think we've spoken about that before. That's kind of like I love that ad campaign that they got slated for. But yeah, imagine then just being like, oh yeah, McDonald's is kind of sick. Be fit, be more human, or go talk to our collaboration and be less human.
Have you seen the Oh god, there's a YouTube video. I'll try and get it up on my phone because I actually want to give the guy a shout out.
Try and get it up.
Yeah, what he did was He wanted for
I
some.
love how you blew past that. You're like, yeah, I'm just not dealing with your trash.
Yeah, I don't have time for your shit. He basically, for some reason, his channel has something to do with McDonald's, and he wants to get employed by McDonald's and everything else. But he made a fake McDonald's.
Yeah. This is Nico Olawada
Yeah.
or something. Yeah. He made a shop called Not McDonald's, and they can't sue him because it's a parody video.
The whole thing is a parody. So under the law in the UK, they can't sue. Well, they can.
They can.
They can try, but I mean, because thanks to
hopefully in a court of law.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he called it Not McDonald's. Literally, the store was called Not McDonald's. It was a random burger chain that he hired and rebranded all of the window and stuff, and then gave away free food for the entire day. He just paid for every single burger and chips that they made, and then just gave them away for advertisement.
Well, I like about he actually used he went to McDonald's and was like, "Yeah, I want to buy all these burgers, all these things, and everything else, but I just want the packaging."
Yeah.
They're like, what? Just the package?
And so he served all the burgers in Big Mac boxes as well.
And he wrote not McDonald's. He wrote not on it.
Yeah.
Not.
Funny. He's a good creator. Have you seen videos from him in the past?
Oh, I've watched some of the stuff. I've watched some of the things, yeah. But
him sneaking into all the boxing matches is always pretty funny.
I mean,
that was his big thing. That's how he tried to get famous.
That fake McDonald's one was the first one I watched, and I was like, this guy is fucking brilliant.
Yeah. It's funny because I think the only reason he did it is because they rejected him a job.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, he was just like, "Oh, I wanted to work for McDonald's." They said no, so I've made my own restaurant.
My own
McDonald's.
Not McDonald's. I like the guy comes and goes, "I want a job." Because you want a job, yeah. What's better, McDonald's or not McDonald's? Not McDonald's, sir. You are hired. It was done.
He's pretty good. I like him a lot. Any other stories from you, Mick?
I've got a few. I've got one story that I'm going to share with you.
Go on, just drop something. Something funny.
This is in the Mirror, and the headline is this: teenage rushed to hospital after snake bites his penis while he was on the toilet. Now, can you imagine something more?
Is it a pet snake?
No, he's in Thailand and he just went to the toilet and a snake bit his penis.
From inside the toilet?
Yep.
Or from outside the toilet?
Well, they don't know, but this is the thing. I've when I was at college, art college, I got talked to someone who's from Thailand because his story originated in Thailand and everything else. And he went to me. He was going, "Yeah, no, I went to the toilet one time and there was a snake in the toilet, and I was freaked out and I ran to my room and I told my dad, and Dad was like, 'Did you flush it?' And he was like, 'No.' So clearly, this is like, did you do anything? Did you leave the lid open? Did you close the lid?" And he was like, "No." He says, I opened the lid up, and there was a fucking python into it. I went fuck and ran out the room. I didn't go, "Oh, better close the lid and flush the toilet and make sure he gets rid of him." I went, "Shit, there's a python in there. I'm out."
That's funny.
And he was like,
"That's a common thing.
So,
their sewage system is snakes."
So but imagine imagine how frightful that is. Just go to the toilet and all of a sudden you go, "Oh, that's painful. Oh, there's a snake on my
Imagine
my penis."
in the middle of the night, like you didn't want to turn the light on. You know, like when you need to pee and you're like, I'm just gonna wander there. I'm not gonna turn the light on because otherwise I feel too awake. And then you're like, I'm awake.
That will definitely wake you up. That will definitely wake you up. I mean, can you think anything more worse? Imagine things when you go with a girl and you have to like, she's going down. Go, "How do you get these scars?" "Snake bit my penis."
Snake bite. I think it's the drink, right? Snake bite.
Yeah.
Or heavy night. No, a literal snake bite.
Keeping with the theme, this is actually. I don't think she's overreacting personally. I think the person is quite pretty fair, but. Wife bites off husband's penis after he refuses to get the rat out of the room. I mean, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I totally agree. That seems fair.
I don't think there's anything here.
Yeah. And what? Yeah, is that a story? What, excuse me.
It's in Zimbabwe.
What?
It's in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwean town.
There's a rat in the room.
There's a rat in the room, and
why is this man naked?
It's in the bedroom. He's in the
Okay.
bedroom. He's probably just
So
there.
the wife's like, "Go kick that out. Go get rid of that rat."
And he's like,
nah,
no.
nah.
She goes, all right.
And she's like, "All right, let me just go down on you then."
there you go,
Like, how does that come about? What?
Yeah,
What?
she
That makes no
she
sense.
claimed the animal was pestering her while she was giving head and got annoyed that the husband wouldn't deal with it and just bit her off. None of this scenario.
She's giving head. So wait. So
wait.
she's giving head, and she's like, "Yo, can you get rid of that rat?" And he's like, "No, I don't want to move." I think that's reasonable enough by itself, right?
Do you know what?
Stop that.
None of this scenario makes sense. Like she's there giving head, and she's basically going like, "Mate,
What?
get this rat out of the room. I'm trying to help you out
How is
here."
she even speaking?
You know what? First off, if you're giving head, there's a rat in the room running around. You'd be like, okay, this needs to stop. We need to deal with the rat. Okay, we can come back to this later.
Yeah.
Let's deal with the rat first. She's like, just deal with the rat, will you? Well, I'm trying to do a job here. All right, I'm trying to be a good wife. Just be a good husband. Get the rat. Nah. Right. Okay. Well, I get my revenge on you by biting off your dick. I mean,
That's
none of this scenario makes sense to me. It's like,
I just. All right. Well, I think that's enough for the night.
she also, I'm just reading. She also got close to ripping off a testicle as well.
What?
With a teeth.
Yeah, of
With
course.
the teeth.
Because he was like, "Oh yeah, wait. All right, you just did that, but could you give the balls a lick as well?"
Do you want to live in a slightly light-hearted thing? Something that I would definitely imagine you doing. Something
then.
you would do.
Give us a rap.
Husband surprises wife with a 1,600 foot, 12 foot tall T-Rex in place of a grown, to replace a grown that she asked for.
Or a gnome. A gnome.
A gnome.
A gnome.
Yeah, so someone stole this woman's gnome, and the husband's like, "Don't worry, I'll buy a replacement." And brought a 6 foot and buy a 6 foot T-Rex.
Yeah.
Here you go, darling.
I
This is
actually
exactly what
saw
you
this,
wanted.
and it's phenomenal because he like hides it behind these bushes, so it's like its head is sticking out.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
so if you look from like the back porch of the garden, and the trees at the end of their garden, there's just a T-Rex head sticking out round, where the rest of it's hidden behind these trees. It's horrifying, honestly horrifying. And yeah, I would do that.
It's simply brilliant. You would definitely do that. I feel like if you won the lottery, we had a conversation.
I'd get a bigger one. I'd have like a
It's just
70
on the
foot
podcast that you when you want you would get a life size one.
enormous.
You would get a life size one that has this robotic and you can move and control
100%.
people.
I wouldn't even want it to be I could move. I want it to just move on itself. Like it just wanders the garden. I think that would be so good.
Joe, I know you really
I
want
wish.
Jurassic Park to be real.
I
but
will
it's just
make
not
it.
gonna
I'll
happen.
make it. That's the thing. If I won the lottery, Jurassic Park would be my back garden.
You've been one of those people for that weird reason when they're like, did our scientists are like, oh, we can bring back the mammoth and we've got a good chance of bringing back the saber-toothed tiger. You'd be like,
Yeah, 100% I would. That'd be sick. Look on, let's not joke about it. Of course, you would want one as well, right?
it would be cool,
you
but you
can
can't
try.
domesticate it. It's a fucking
Watch
saber-toothed
me.
tiger. Or are you talking about the?
Both of them. I have a few.
I mean, both of them. When you
I have a
get
pack.
strolled in your what is this South? What is this Ice Age? Get a sloth.
It'd be perfect. I get a little squirrel as well. That sounds ideal. Anyway, all right.
Ice Age.
Let's actually wrap up on that one.
Joel's dream
Yeah,
is to recreate
I
Ice
actually
Age.
would. I would. Anyway, I think we're done. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks so much. Obviously, hit up random all our social media. Sick as always. Sean's gonna make a post for that as well, and it will drop our songs in the links below. I hope you're enjoying those. So we're kind of enjoying like recommending random songs. I think people have actually said they like them. One person reached out to me. Yeah. That one person.
Thank you,
If
that one
like it,
person.
sick. Hit us up. Let us know. Kinda cool.
Does this one person have a name?
No,
You can
screw
give a
that one
shout out to
person.
This person random.
Don't listen to our podcast anymore. I'm done with you.
But please, all right. Okay.
Thanks so much.
That's
It's
it
been
then.
a pleasure listening. And Sean, say goodbye.
Apart from that one person. Yeah. Goodbye. Apart from that one person.
Everyone else have a lovely
Not
evening.
goodbye
except
to
for
you.
that one
Go
person
away.
who asked me. And screw yourself. Oh, it's a pleasure. Take it easy. love your faces, except for you, and you know who you are. Sean's shaking his head. He's done. Goodbye.
I'm done. This is